Let me grab my comments real quick. Everything takes so long. Hold on. Just got finished watching Brother Chris Lewis. I posted on the page. If y'all didn't watch it, he was dropping it like it was hot. So I'm just gonna do just a quick little follow up because he dropped so many truths, boy. I tell you, it does my heart good to listen to other people who came from different tracks, but came to the same understandings and the same conclusions. So I'm just sitting here in the grow room this morning, and what he had mentioned, I can't see the comments. What he mentioned was a society run by women. And I'm asking the question to myself, because when you say stuff like that, people oppose it. Why does that make sense? If they didn't earn it, blah 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 blah. And I'm actually imposing myself the question, why not? Why not? What would be so wrong about a society run by women? Do we have any examples in nature of societies run by females? I'm not even sure. I mean, we're in a place in the world now where we really don't even know what male and female is anymore, right? We're in this place now where we're even questioning what is gender really? What are these sexual orientations really? And so, but what I'm kind of thinking though is that there we go right here. I see my comments now. What I'm kind of thinking though is that if the majority of people on this planet are not male, why in the world would the majority of governments on the planet be run by males? How does that make any sense? How does that make any sense? Any logic in the world? It doesn't make any sense. Because if the vast majority of people on this planet are not in that spectrum categorization that equates to male, something is broken if the majority of people who run the world have penises. I mean, that's it. I'm sorry, I put it out there like that because it doesn't make any sense. But actually, it does make sense, I guess, in a sick sort of way, because we talk about how the world was colonized. The world was colonized by men. And so, of course, men propping themselves up will make sure that they prop each other up, and certain men of certain types, of certain monoculture mindsets have dominated the world. They write all the laws, from the admiralty laws to the laws in your countries now. We might actually be approaching some sort of a balance of reality and equality when the majority of people who run the world are not male. Like I said, I'm not going to get into the details of this type of male and that type of female in the spectrum, but we know it's broken. And it completely has to be fixed. Somebody, Buddha already came with it. She said, Hillary. No, I'm talking about women, not women, not women. Yes, I have this theory, Buddha. I think that we kind of screwed up when women started mimicking men. Like, I think that there was a time during the women's rights movement where women felt that they had to, and they probably did, because men wouldn't give them a chance unless they acted as ignorant, silly, stupid, and dumb crazy as men do. But then they kept that concept, and now women, even girls, young age girls, walking around cussing like sailors all over the street. This, that, fly, flip, flop, 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 beating up boys and stuff, acting like boys, acting like retarded, arrogant, ignorant men. It's my preference we need to be run by women, but women, not women who want to be men, but women who are confident with who they are, right? If the vast majority confident in their feminism, not that it's a lesser strength, it's a different kind of strength, right? It's a different kind of strength, and it's a different kind of love. And so not the Hillarys, not the ones who want to be men, but the ones or confident with whoever they are, wherever they are on that spectrum, not somebody trying to mimic the worst thing about the people with the penises. That's what I'm thinking. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I think that because so are there any natural world examples? I like to look at examples. I don't like to talk about theory. Let's talk about reality. So the reality is the bonobos and the chimps. We talked about the bonobos and the chimps, right? The one well documented species group that's dominated matriarchally were the bonobos, right? So the chimps were on this side. I think it was the Congo, like we talked about, and the bonobos were on the other side. Same genetics, same creature, same species. One, the chimps had great scarcity, which is like us today. They lived with gorillas. Gorillas like to eat them. Gorillas like to kill them. Gorillas like to take their food. So they had scarcity. They couldn't walk on the ground. They couldn't, get food. So they had great scarcity. So they had to become very violent. And of course, the males dominated that. And so the male chimps dominated. And so rape is a thing and infanticide is a thing where they kill the babies and rape the women, right? Just like today. But have we not evolved to a point where we know we don't have to have scarcity and we don't have to have thugs, males running society? And so I'm not saying all women run society. I'm just saying that the majority of say in a civilization probably should be from a balanced break apart, right? So, but the other side of the river were the bonobos. And there was only one thing scarce in bonobo society. Because they had plenty of food. They didn't have gorillas. They could walk on the ground. They could eat all the herbs, fruits, vegetables, everything that they want. Climb in the trees, swing around, There was only one scarce thing. They had all the necessities of life, the bare necessities, food, water, house. They just didn't have women. That's the only scarcity. They didn't have no poontang. I know it's going to get a little explicit. I'm sorry. I don't know any other way to say it. There ain't no poontang. I'm the cold words in case kids watch it. But no poontang. Couldn't have none of that. And so what happened is all the women band together. All the female bonobos band together like, you ain't acting right. You ain't no poontang for you. Nah, you can't have none. Done. Seen you. Nope. And that male gets like excommunicated until he acts right. And then when he acts right, he is allowed to have the only thing that's scarce in bonobo society. And he's happy again. There have been no documented cases of a bonobo killing another bonobo in a zoo or in the wild. Why? Because they solved scarcity and they had a balanced form of government. And this came from a matriarchal dominated society. And I'm not trying to pick sides. I'm not a side guy. I don't do sides. I'm just looking at a society that works and became totally peaceful because it wasn't dominated by the most violent of the species. But I think it's a little something more to that too. Because I say women, we say it's a spectrum and gender's a question and all that stuff. But the reality is, where do we all come from? I know, you ask me, I think we came from some aliens, but that's aliens way back when. We all came from women. So there's something different about this woman thing. There's something that's more attached to the creation of, if you have the ability to create life, then you have more of a attachment to the value of life, I think. I don't know. Tell me if it's a stretch. If it's a stretch, let me know. I don't think it's so much of a stretch. I think that women are more in tune with respecting human life than males are, right? I do. I know. I'm a male. I'm gonna tell you right now, we should not be running the damn thing. I don't think so. I'm trying to be fair and balanced because I think there are some men that may be more in touch with the feminine side, a little more in touch with common sense or whatever. But I know me, I shouldn't be running the damn thing. And none of the men I know, none of them, not a damn one of them. We need to be playing with some Tinker toys in the corner in the daycare somewhere, some blocks or something. I know some people getting mad at me already, but just think about it for a minute. Think about it. This is not a fair world at all. Look at the tops of all the corporations. Look at the tops of all the churches. Look at the tops of the school districts. Look at the tops of government at the state level, at the local level, at the federal levels, at the world levels. WTO, World Trade Center. Was it World Trade? No, World Trade Organization. Screw them. I don't like them. That's the World Colonizer Center. But look at the top of everything. The top of everything, all you see is a phallus. That's all you see. That's what's wrong with the world. It's not just that it was colonized, but it was colonized by people with phalluses, man. I know, I'm having these crazy thoughts. Y'all gotta watch Brother Chris. Chris will send you down the avenue. Boy, he sent me down this avenue. I'm like scratching my head like, yeah, he right. Damn it. The hell wrong with us? All right. You know what? And he said, don't vote. I know people mad at him too. He said, don't vote. He said Obama was the champ of corruption, the champ of lies. I know, it's good to see a black man say that. I don't want to be the only one. Tired. I'm doing this a long time. I don't want to do it no more. Sick of it. You lie, I'm going to call you a liar. I don't care what color your skin is, but if you're a woman, I give you more of a chance I give a man. Because women, they haven't had a chance. But think about it. So, he's saying screw Trump too. Say he's fair and balanced. Stop it. He ain't Fox News. But think about it. Women have not had that chance with the human species. But the other species they had a chance with, it worked well for everybody. Everybody. All day. I'm not going to tell you what they do all day long, but if you ever get a chance, you can go. I'll post a video if you want. All day long. They get in a fight with somebody. Guess what they do? They they do the thing that's scarce. They heal the wounds and they move on with society. There's none of that fighting and arguing and yelling and screaming, you know. And I'm not saying all women, because women crazy too. I'm not gonna say ain't no crazy. There's some crazy women out there. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying we know that we're close to a fair society when they actually make up the majority of the GDP. Oh, think about that. Think about equality in salaries. Think about that. When they make up the majority of the wealth, not because they're better, but because they're different, right? We are different. We are 7 billion different types of genetic species called human, and we're all completely different. There's some commonalities, but we are different. From a genotypic perspective, yes, you can look and see difference, but there's some differences, but from a genetic thing, we're all different. We're all different types of women, but the vast majority, I lost my train of thought. I know, I'm supposed to be on Claudia in a minute. I don't know, I was just kind of thinking about it. I wanted to put it out there, you know, because you put things out, you can get something intellectual back. And I'm just putting it out there. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm not making sense. Maybe I drank a little too much coffee. I'm drinking coffee this morning. Maybe I'm drinking a little too much coffee, you know, but this, somebody says, so look, maybe this is why Hillary said what she did. I'm with her. What a powerful word, because it invokes, if it's common sense that women should have a more prominent position in the leadership of everything than men, when you say I'm with her, it probably invokes some common sense in us. And we're like, yeah, damn it, we got to fix the world. Her. Now, you don't look to see that her ain't really a her. You jump on it. But that's the power in that campaign. That's the power of it. Is maybe deep down, we know that the world is upside down. Think about it like that. The world is upside down. If women, how many women are in the world? 60% or something? They live longer than us. Think about that. They live longer than us. So they have more time on this planet to gain the wealth. Think about that. You know, still in the majority of families, who raises the children? Who raises the children? Women. The men done. Now, I was a little different. My mama raised me mostly. That's right. Dad, man, he was around. Oh, he played with me. We did stuff. He brought out the belt. But in terms of a lot of the training, it was mama. I always love my mama. Y'all know that song? Yeah. So, but now it's different. I'm a single pop. So I spend a lot of time raising my kids. And so times are changing. I'm with that, you know, and we can factor that in. But the reality is still the majority of people that's creating people, that's raising people, that's spanking and not spanking. I know y'all gonna flip out. I'm not supposed to spank nobody. Shut up. I'm not talking about that. The majority of people who are training up people are women. So why aren't the majority of people who running the people that create the people, that run the people that raise the people? How does it make any sense that men run stuff? It does not. So I don't know. That's what I'm putting out there. You can give me whatever you want back. That wasn't supposed to be a long video, not going to be a long video. I'm thinking through this. And I'm thinking this was spot on point. I think it was spot on point. And of course, the other thing Brother Chris said, you know, because we get a little upset. Chris, oh man, nobody can say Mother Hubbard like Chris. One day, if I ever cuss again, I'm gonna say Mother Hubbard like Chris. He could just say it with feeling and emotion and make it feel good inside. But I'm not gonna do that. But the other thing he said, stop voting. I'm all for that, man. I get excited. I'm like, you know what? Voting is not the way. It's not. Because you know why? What has voting got us? Where has voting got us? I had my little badge. I always wear my little sticker. Say, I voted. Put it right here. Put it on my cell phone. I do that too. But maybe we need to add this logic together unless someone can give me a better idea of why women shouldn't run the world. Have the majority of say. I'm not saying all women. I'm saying the majority of the people who run things should not have phalluses. Because the majority of people you vote for, if you're gonna vote, should not have phalluses too. Are you fair and equal? Do you believe in equality, or do you just talk about it? I know it's crazy. It might be crazy. I don't know, but it might make some sense. Might make some sense. Somebody tell me something. Let's see what y'all talking about. Let me see. Oh man, big words. Animus and maximalis concept. This is not women, men, the division. Okay, well, hang on, hold on. Who's this? Sister Teresa, hold on. Let me see what somebody got. I don't know if there's some opposition. Stop genderizing. Well, Teresa, I don't think you're picking up what I'm putting down, sister. Hold on. I don't think you're picking up what I'm putting down. I'm not genderizing. I'm saying that we don't know what, like, I'm not going down to the genetic level. 60%, I think it's 60%. 60% of people on the planet have this. They have the issues, the consequences, the problems, the prejudice, and everything that comes with having this. Then 60% in an equal world would run that. And if 10%, because I think it's 10% have both. If 10% have both, then maybe 10% should have 10% in the say in leadership because they have both. And if the weak, what are men? What are we, 40%, 30, 35, something like that? If that's all we had, then we had the problems and consequences and things and issues and concerns that come along with having that thing. Then we should only be that much say in government. And I think that would bring about equality is what I'm saying. So I'm not genderizing. I'm just looking at it from you have these types of people on this rocky planet thing. And then these types of people should run things more. But I'm with you, Teresa. I'm with you because in the future, like that doesn't make sense. I'm with you. In the future, when we evolve out of this violence, when we save ourselves from ourselves, then it shouldn't matter, right? It shouldn't matter. Like we should really get to a place where there is no government. I completely don't believe we should be governed. I don't think human beings have brains that evolved enough to actually be governed. But how do we get there? How do we get there? I'm just putting it out there. I know Chris got me in trouble. I try to stay away from gender issues. I know, Teresa, I won't be in trouble with you. Sister, I love you. I won't be in trouble with you. I'm just saying that it's making me think. And when I have these thoughts, I want to just put it out there and let somebody else, y'all chew it up, spit it out, get some facts, some thoughts, whatever, and spit it back out at me. But the only example I can think of in nature, it's the bonobos. And bonobo society right now is significantly better than our societies ever. I know, Chris, shut up, Chris. Chris hit me with the tie-dye, y'all see Chris? Look, I'm in the grow room. I'm working today, man. I got my surrender shirt on. I didn't plan to do this. You just posted a video, got me thinking. That's all. Don't be on my tie-dye. You know what? I'm standing in solidarity. I got my tight tie-dye muscle shirt on today. I'm standing in solidarity with people who like tie-dye and tight shirts. Leave me alone, Chris. Gender is a sensitive topic. Yeah, it is. And that's why I think we probably got to talk about it more. I think we do. I think we have to go there a little more because And I'm gonna end on this. This is my last with it because I see Claudia ready to go. Um, since the beginning of time, there is one group that's been abused, oppressed, held down, and destroyed more than any other group. And that is what you would call women. The women who were worst treated off in the history of the human race, we will know nothing about because they didn't have a voice and they didn't have a chance to say what was happening to them. Most of them were probably raped, beat over the head with clubs, traded from tribe to tribe, thrown down in a hole, and you never even heard the story of how much they were abused. So I try to think about why. And I try to think about why. And what I'm thinking about is maybe it is because something new. There was some collective knowledge that understood that if the gender that created us, that raises us, that still corrects us when we're 44 years old, your mama call you and tell you what you're going to do and not do, because my mama called me. But I'm not going to mimic my mama like Chris do, because Chris, you know your mama don't talk like that, and I'm not going to imitate my mama neither. Boy, I'm going to call her. Let me give me her number. I'm going to call her. I'll tell her, watch her video. But if the species that raises us from child till 80 years old and creates us, if it has the ability to do that with the bonobos and make a peaceful society in a violent world, maybe that's the reason women have never been given a voice. Never. That's right. I'm including today. Women still don't have a voice today. Maybe it's because they knew they couldn't dominate a world. If the peaceful, the most respectful about life, the creators of life, maybe they knew that they couldn't dominate and colonize the entire world if they had more say, which is why they took their say to begin with. So I don't know. That's what I'm thinking about today. I figured I put it out there. Chris sent me down that thought avenue. I wanted to follow it up. Think about that. Somebody got a reason why. If somebody can make it, tell me, this is what I want you to do. This is your homework. This is your homework. Where Ty at? Ty ain't around. This is your homework. You ain't do your homework. You ain't do your homework. Do your research. Tell me why in the world, outside of voting not mattering, because vote lives don't matter, we know that, but why in the world should the majority of people we vote to run be the majority of the people who actually exist on the planet? Just let me know. If there's a logical reason why that doesn't make sense, not that it's a final solution, because Teresa's right, not that it's a final solution, but that we need a stopgap solution to step in to break the pain, the suffering, the murder, the rape, the violence, all of that plagues the entire planet right now, except for isolated pockets that the colonizing men did not touch. Somebody got a reason. Somebody got something to let me know why that doesn't make sense. Please let me know. But until then, I think we do need to focus more on promoting and pushing women into places of leadership, not just in government, because I'm not talking about government. When I say rule the world, I'm talking about ruling the world. Everything from churches to schools to teaching to every organization, local government up. If the majority of people that are going to be ruled by this thing, should not it be representative of the people it's going to rule? That's what I'm thinking. Anyway, I gotta go. Thank you, Chris. Gave me a new thought. That's why I love live streaming. Somebody posting the other things like, you know what? I don't watch TV. I watch live streamers all day. I like independent thought. I like critical thinkers, people who make me think. Love Brother Chris to death. He's always dropping something deep. That's something I'm gonna be thinking on. But I do think that we are not fair nor balanced, nor will the world be right side up until the people who run every damn thing are more representative of the people who are being run by it. Anyway, that's what I'm thinking about. Y'all have a good day. Man, I love y'all to death. I got to call Claudia. I think we'll be back in about 5 minutes. I don't even know what I'm talking about, but I got to go. Bye.